everybody, this is Paleo Draw, and today I'm going to be drawing the Utahraptor. Now, I know that I already did a speed drawing on this a long time ago. It was like my 5th speed drawing that I did for this channel. So yeah, and Derpy Squig requested that I do a tutorial off of it, and I was pretty excited to do this because, personally, in my opinion, the Utahraptor I did for the speed drawing wasn't really scientifically accurate, or whatever the word is, anatomy, whatever, anatomic, something like that accurate, because the skull wasn't the correct shape as the real skull of it was. So yeah, and I'm also going to try to start showing you guys my reference images that I use. So these should be showing up right about now. So the first one that I have is this more fleshed out, kind of fattish, kind of like a fatty Utahraptor. And then the next one you have is one by Dakotaraptor, I think his name is, on DeviantArt, and he does some really neat prehistoric restorations. And then after that we have a skeleton designed by Scott Hartman, I should say, and he's done a lot of really great skeletals, so I suggest that you guys check him out, because he makes a lot of accurate skeletals for reference images for dinosaur drawings. And the next one is made by Fred the Dinosaur Man, and I'm thinking that probably a lot of you are probably have heard of his name before, maybe from his YouTube claymation channel. And yeah, so he does a lot of art on DeviantArt, and it's really great, so I'm using one of his Utahraptors for that. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm gonna try to have the body start out right here. And as for the feathering, I'm going to do that a little bit differently this time. Mostly because last time it wasn't really, technically they haven't found any feather evidence for Utahraptor, so all they had to go off of is things like Velociraptor and such, is basically Utahraptor's quote-unquote relatives. So technically, you can choose however you want to feather it, and nobody could really technically say that it's inaccurate. And you could put no feathers, and people technically really couldn't say that it's inaccurate because we don't have any false representation for it having feathers. So there's the body and tail, and I'm going to try to do the head here. Hopefully I have enough room for it. Let's see, we're going to have the neck kind of go up like... Let's see if I can find a good reference image for that. I'm gonna do neck kind of have like a, yeah, that looks about right. And we got the top jaw. I'm trying to find I'm gonna be like not talking and not doing anything on this. And whenever I'm doing that, it's usually just me scrolling through my tablet trying to look for reference images or reference image to use for the whatever it is I'm trying to draw next. So just letting you guys know that I'm not like doing something unrelative or anything. So we got bottom jaw here. Looks a bit too thin. Looks kind of like that. We got the top jaw. I think I'm gonna have it look like that. I can't really tell right now if that's really well to proportion compared to the body. I think it is. In my mind it is anyway. I'm gonna kind of make this, it's just a bit bigger. This neck is gonna, I'm gonna kind of have like another speculative thing right here, just some sort of like neck fringe type thing. So I think that looks pretty good so far. And on Scott Hartman's skeletal, his tail for the Utahraptor is quite small. So I think I'm just gonna kind of go off of that compared to a lot of restorations that you see of Utahraptor. It's quite small. And I think I'm just gonna have it kind of like trotting along, not really walking or running or anything like that. I mean, I guess it would be walking, trotting, whatever you want to call it. And then you got the toe claw. I don't know if I really want to make it look like that. And erase this part, because that's what I do best. I erase stuff. I can never get anything right the first time. And you got the claw, that looks a bit better. That looks way too curved though. Probably gonna erase this 57 or so times throughout this entire freaking thing. But hopefully the end result comes out okay. I think it will. Hopefully you guys have faith in me to make good art. Because oftentimes, I'll probably just kind of like talk to a lot of you younger audiences out there, because they're probably the main people that watch my videos. People who are younger, because that's mostly the main people older age that you think about whenever you think about people drawing dinosaurs, is younger people. Even though you may not think that your art is that good, your art is usually like really awesome, and you just really have low standards for yourself because you think that like you see all these people and you're like, oh, I can't do as good as them, so I'm not good, period. And that's not true, because you can always get better with practice. And I used to draw really crappy because I wouldn't even use shapes, or kind of, I wouldn't sketch out the dinosaur if I started drawing it. I would just draw the head and go from there. And then that would basically make your dinosaur or animal or whatever you're drawing really unequally proportioned. So your tail would always be going off the page or something like that. So just try to learn from other people. And yeah. I'm going to try to find out where I'm going to have the arms positioned. Let's see. I mean, even though that this elbow, or not elbow, but shoulder joint right here isn't really visible in the drawing itself when it's actually completed, I still find it helpful to draw it. I'm gonna have the arms kind of enclosed together. I guess it is kind of running right how I have it looking right now, so that's okay though. And then usually you want the hands of your dinosaurs kind of bent like that, so it looks like they're like about to grasp something. That's usually how they're supposed to look, I guess. And yeah, I think we'll just do this one arm. That's all that's going to be visible. And we're going to have the tail. So I'm going to feather the tail. I'm just making this just so that it will help me later on. I think that looks pretty good so far. I think I'm going to change this head up a bit though. I think we'll go with that. I think it looks pretty good. And so now I'm going to go in and start detailing the head in. And I think that because we don't have any evidence for Utahraptors being feathered, I think I'm going to make it more of like a vulture, where I'm going to have the neck and head not feathered. And then when it comes down to right here, so it'll start having feathers and such, and it'll grow out through the body and then end probably somewhere right here for the legs. And then I'll keep on going onto the tail. So yeah. Mechanical pencil's running low on lead. I don't have any more lead. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm gonna go find some more lead. Okay, so I got some more lead. Now I just gotta put it into the pencil. I usually have to do it this way because I can't really take the eraser out right here. Because if you look at it from this way, there's basically nothing to grasp onto to pull it out, so I basically have to do that. Not going down. Alright, there we go. Okay, now I can actually start doing stuff. And I also found out that since like 2016 or so, we found out that Utahraptor was a lot stockier than we thought it was at first. So it's gonna kind of have more muscles and yeah. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know how I'm liking that maxilla though, right there. Still don't like that one. Don't know why. Don't like anything that I draw. Yeah, we'll go with that. That looks okay. Okay, now we got trying to look through all these reference images. Alright, so got this part, it's gonna be about there. Then we can go in and start doing the teeth. I'm gonna zoom in on this skeleton right here. You guys can't see it, but I'm zooming in on the skeleton of Utahraptor, trying to figure out what the teeth are like. Probably shouldn't make them that sharp, since they probably won't be that sharp. I guess they kind of would look that way from far away, but whatever. So one thing I've learned to make your dinosaur drawings look better is to not have the teeth all the same size, and to have them pretty equally spaced out. Kind of end right there, and then make some small ones in between. I don't even know how that doesn't really even look very good. Okay, so don't do that. Watch me take 43 minutes just doing the teeth. Yeah, I'll go with that. And we're gonna have the bottom teeth. They basically end right here, so don't go as far up as the top jaw one. This top jaw teeth, I guess you would call it, do. And then we're gonna have the tongue. Kind of up a bit. Right there. And of course we got the nose. It's kind of hard to breathe or live without one of those. And I'm gonna have it kind of have more of like a bird eye, which doesn't look like that, so I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna be like that. Now we're gonna have the eye like that. That actually looks really good. We have the wrinkles. And let's see, what else should I do? And there's not really a whole lot you can do. I mean, the eye can do at least. To really detail the head. I guess I can put these kind of like lips on it, because I've seen people do that. But they're just gonna look weird when I do it, because I never do it right. Just kind of lightly put those on there. I'm gonna write some reference images that don't even go up right here as far as like the visibility on them, so I'm just gonna have it like that. Let's see, and I could put some wrinkles on the nostrils right here. I've also been experimenting with digital art, because I just got a Wacom Intuos about a week or so ago, and I'm playing around with that. And so I might showcase it and show you guys what I've been doing with it so far. I really haven't been doing much. I'm working on something right now, but don't know how that's gonna be. So now I'm gonna try to work on the arms. I have to lightly sketch this right here too, because of the feathers that are gonna be in it. I think I'm gonna have the feathers look a bit different than I did before. I think I'm gonna have them kind of go out like this. me kind of like that. Hopefully I can do this right and not make it look like crap. Soon you guys know I'm going to use crap a lot because I use that word a lot in my daily life. So if you're offended by that, then I apologize. That's just how I talk. And kind of have these notches right here. I don't know if you can see it. These notches to kind of indicate some parts on the hand. I'm going to make the fingers a bit thicker, at least this one. I'm going to have this one a bit more outwards. So I think I'm going to have it like that. Then on to the feathering. Now this is going to be a pain in the backside. I'm just gonna do some proto feathers for this area right here. Basically all you gotta do is move your hand around like you're having a seizure, and then the end result should come out okay. Probably should research more on feathers and stuff before I did this, but I'll just kind of go with the information I've already got. Yeah, this isn't going to look very good. I think I know what the problem is. I think it's because these feathers need to be more flat tipped, not be like really pointy or anything. Then we're gonna have these feathers, which are gonna come out from here. My tablet just turned off on me. I think it looks pretty good. So I think we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna fine line the proto feathers on the hand here. I think I'm gonna kind of make them end at kind of like the base for each of the fingers. Just gonna have it like that. Then I'm gonna have the feathers kind of coming up to here. And just kind of put some wrinkles in it and some random spots. Hopefully that looks alright. I think I'm gonna put some more in right around here. Then you got the neck fringe right here. So yeah, then we're gonna have kind of like a coat of feathers, just kind of showing that this is all not feathered and this is. So I think that looks okay. I mean, it kind of looks a little weird if you ask me. I think I'm gonna change how this looks right here. That just looks weird. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna have it look like that. I'm gonna go in and do the body. And for the tail, you can kind of just make the feathers more laid back here. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and stop there. So we're gonna have other feathers coming out from there, kind of doing some neat stuff. And now I'm gonna move on to the legs. So again, I'm gonna have the legs be quite stocky. And about the ankle right here, I'm gonna have the feathers kind of end off. And then you're gonna have these pads on the foot here. And then I'm gonna have the sickle claw visible about here. Actually, let me change that. just looking at the skeletal, it's not really right there. It's a bit more up above it. It should look more like this. Which I'm going to have a bit of a padding type thing going on right here. There we go. I think it looks a lot better. Okay, so now we got that foot down, leg down. I'm gonna erase this part right here because I'm not gonna have that show up. I think I'm gonna have this go a bit more into the body right here. So yeah, we're gonna have it look like that. And then we're gonna have the other leg right here. Have the feathers, or proto feathers I should call them, and right about here. Just in case you didn't know and you're kind of new to the whole feathers on raptors thing, or maybe you've known about it for a while and you just haven't known about the terminology of this stuff. All this right here, these are just called proto feathers. All this right here these are actual feathers. Just thought I'd let you guys know that, just for some extra dino knowledge, because that's what I specialize in. Because one of the things you really need to be, if you want to actually be a paleo artist, not that I am, because I'm relatively young, I can't really do that as a profession right now. But I do know a bit about being, or like what you need to do to produce good quality paleo art. You need to actually research the dinosaurs themselves. And then based on your research, you construct what it is that you think that dinosaur looked like. Or whatever the other person thought the dinosaur looked like, depending if you're doing a commission or not. I'm going to change this to claw again. So I think we're going to have it look like that. And of course we got to mark the fact that this is body, so we're just going to put some of the feathers here. And now we can move more into the tail. So I'm going to have kind of go right here. And from here we can start putting in our tail feathers, which I think I'm going to make them more rounded than what I did before. Yeah, these are kind of looking bad. Let me see if I can't make these look any better. Yeah, I don't know, these are still looking pretty bad. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and look at my other one just to see how I did it. Let's see. My other one, I really didn't even put any real large tail feathers on it. I don't want to do that for this one. I really wanted to do the tail feathers. I just don't know how I'm gonna be able to do it. I have to put it on the side like that. Move my supplies out of the way so I don't knock it off my desk. So we're gonna have this feather right here. I should probably actually start right here. These are not looking like feathers, and I don't know why. Ah, can't do it. I'm going to try to do it this other way. Let's see, I'm gonna... So on here it has the feathers starting right here. I'm just gonna have him like that. So I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go in and darken in these two claws right here. Another thing you guys can do is you can make these foot scales right here. Just kind of make them lead up to there. Just gonna have it stop there. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add these little indentations right here on the claws. I'm going to do some lines right here to kind of show where the soft tissue that's right here. Just to kind of give it more detail, I'm going to shade in the tongue. And I guess I can go in and kind of like a scale in, just kind of like put some scales on this, on the top and bottom jaw. So I think that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to erase all these other extra lines that aren't necessary. Okay, I'm going to kind of fine line this part on the head, on the top of the body here. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to make this neck a bit fatter right here. And I just dropped my pencil. So that's great. I'm going to pick it up. Alright, so that really is pretty much it. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to shade in the spots that need to be shaded in. Kind of shading these spots since the feathers are there, just kind of make it a bit darker underneath it. And shading under here, underneath the head, kind of on the neck. And you of course want to shade in this part of the leg. And you're going to use a cotton swab or a Q-tip or whatever you prefer to call it to smooth out everything. I'm going to make this part right here be a bit darker just so we can differentiate it from body here. And then I'm also going to add the shadow. Alright. I'm just going to smooth out the shadow. I'm going to darken in these foot scales right here. Don't completely fill them in with your graphite lead with your pencil. Just kind of make it to where it kind of almost looks like the light's reflecting off of it by just doing the under part, the bottom part right here, so that way it looks like there's light on the top. So yeah, that's how to draw an Utahraptor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. And if you didn't like it, then I guess on dislike. If you didn't like it, that's okay with me, I guess. Unless you want to hurt my feelings. Anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Keep your pencil sharp, everybody.